surrounded with demons always. But I've got a moment to talk about what happened this morning. Massive download. See, I don't think it's correct to say that we're in hell. If you're the perspective of the ego, of the demiurge, and so on, then yeah, you're in hell. Now, even though I'm here, I'm not in hell. Make sure you make that differentiation. So I'm going to start a big series on this now because I had a massive download this morning. So funny, I had to walk back from the ATM like several towns across, took the bus there, didn't have money to get back, so the machine wasn't working. Wouldn't you know it? The machine's breaking down already. No, actually we head, from like crap into better, right? All the time. Oh look, plane. May as well get the plane. Is it going to come over? Oh no, it's down at the beach, that one. Anyway, that one's not for me. So, you can almost say that we're in hell. It's almost like that. So it's basically like that. But don't forget what I said at the start, because that's a very important distinction. Because you've got all these dense people now, negative souls, who are trapped in a hellish state and they can't figure out their way out. But I have. This is called matrix escape velocity. Things like learning that I can eat half the plants around here so I don't have to be a slave to someone else makes me continue to be able to master and be a master. Do you see? So it's things like that that increase your escape velocity. Obviously knowledge generally increases your escape velocity, right? Knowledge is power. If I know I can eat the plants, then I have the door open. The matrix door is then open for me to at least walk through. So it's not just implementing the knowledge as power. The actual knowledge itself is the power. It gives you the capability to decide, to choose. You see what I'm saying? And to increase matrix velocity escape velocity. So basically, yeah, we're in hell. That's what the third dimension is. You're in carne. Carne in Espanol here, in Uruguay, it means meat. You're in the meat sack. The meat sack can be prodded, poked, tortured, innumerable ways. Do you see it? There is innumerable ways to torture the meat sack. In the higher realms outside the dimensional matrix structure, right, in this higher floaty visions that we always have, or in other places where we instantly manifest what we dream, in those higher realms, I'm talking to people who know. For the rest of you, forget it. Which seems to be 99% of people, or at least 75% to 80% of people, and then the negative souls make up that last 19% to 99%. But they're able to have vision, the negative souls. They're just not, working on it. They're not pushing for it. I've mentioned this before. They're not vectorizing, right? It's the idea of vectorizing, which is the same idea as matrix escape velocity. That's a vectorization idea. So yes, we're in hell. So what happened to me this morning was very interesting. It just all came to me while I was walking. I was having a real epiphany on all this. So you know how I always differentiate between walking demons, robotic portals, these empty seeder type organic portals, and all of this? And there's the robotoids of old, and these differentiations. Now, the robotic portal, they almost know they're like something wrong with them. I've seen it. You can see it in their look. They're questioning themselves, but only for a split second. And then they think, no, there's nothing wrong. This all happens in a split second. You have to have, what I call shaman vision, but you have to have vision. Basically, you might just say you just have to have vision to see this. In the click of a moment, you get a massive download, right? And this is how it happens. And it's called a vision. What else can I say? I mean, I'll expand on that one day, and I already have talked about the pineal in the brain on the septum pellucidum. Sorry, I'm just getting a cat ass in my face. Thanks, Oro. He's massaging me. with his ass in my face. Lovely. Alright, sorry, back to the video. So I had the idea that they're collectives though. Now they make up one hive mind we call the hive mind, which is all these cultures of demons. They're cultures of demons, right? There's little hive minds. The robotic portals are a hive mind. They're the direct AI link, direct evil AI over soul, artificial intelligent and negative star-guided hive. They're all the same. That's why they're a hive mind. And then there are the empty seeders. They make up the majority of the hive mind. But they're their own little hive, is what I'm trying to say. This is new. Nobody said this. Yes, there is the big collective conglomerate hive, nature, but there are mini hives. Each set of demons is their own hive. Think of it like that. Okay, this is the way it works. This lecture is going to go into different parts. This is only the initial lecture. Right, we're on the surface of the lecture. We're going to go deeper into each part, everything I'm saying. Okay? So there's these mini hives, and that's all the different demons. So like lower level demons, bigger level demons, all sorts of demons. Take a look. 99% of people are demon infected and attached. Now, I'm capable of having demonic moments when I slip in consciousness, right? So even all of us can, 100% can, but 99% are in it. They're wallowing in it, like a pig wallows in mud. Do you understand? So I'm not wallowing in demonic behavior. Do you understand? Now they want to say us using the matrix and extracting energy from it, like me not getting a job and just being on YouTube and getting money that way, or me going to the blackberry bush and getting free energy and stuff. They want to say that we're the demons, but we're not. So here's the situation. We're in hell, but here's what you've never heard before. And this is why you should subscribe to my channel. Are you ready? Here's the epiphany I already told you one epiphany of the morning, the mini hives, but here's the big epiphany. This is the one that I went, whoa, like was the shining big epiphany of the morning and of this vision set. Give me 1 second. So, we're in hell. It's not correct to say it that way, but for now I'm going to say it that way, okay? And I'm going to explain in this series why it's not correct to say that. And I already did in one form at the start of this lecture. Remember the first sentences. So why are we here? Us, starseed, indigo, angel, human type, whatever you want to call us, you know, the people with the higher selves. I call us now eternal spirits. That's what I call us, eternal spirits. And it's even said we come back through time. We are future identities re-entering timelines. That's what we're going to have to discuss to understand how we're in a hellious state. That is the proper way to say it. We're in a hellious state. The universe upgrades states. I said we're going from crap to better all the time. Through the negative to the positive is another way to say this, right? So you have to understand time and how time works. And I shouldn't have to mention his name again, the only guy to come with time wave, like proper knowledge of time, you know, Terence McKenna and his time wave zero. And he said half of the universe, the physical universe, will occur in the last 1 second of the universe. Take that into account for a moment. That's why it's so difficult to see, because time is twisting and there are veils. There are temporal layers. Like 2012 was a massive temporal veil. We're going to talk about it, don't worry. So isn't that something? But the last half of the universe happens in the last 1 second, according to Terence and his time wave. Stop humping me. I rose horny. But Breathe your breath. So, what was I saying? So, here it is. Here's the epiphany. That wasn't it. That was not it. Here's what came to me. So why are we here then? Everybody is like, oh, we've had our memory wiped. No, we have not had our memory wiped. If you have memory wipe, and we all have it to some degree, it's because we're not looking forward enough. I just said it. There are twists or temporal curve and veils. Time is wrapped up. Stop it. Time is wrapped up and has veils, right? This is why it's so difficult. But because we're looking down into physicality, that is looking backward and looking down, and that's why you don't have memory. There is no vision there. Remembrance, you hear spiritual people say, we're in the process of remembering. They're correct in one fashion, and that's what I'm trying to explain. If you look inward, 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 onward, and upward, it's exactly that. You're looking inward, onward, and upward, and as we go forward, we know that we gain more complexity in the universe. So if you want more vision or less memory wiping, you look inward, onward, and upward. It's just none of us have the time. Because here now, they're creating our days, so we're busy. We don't have time to sit, have vision. We're distracted. That's why these organic portals in the hive mind loves distracting you. Because it keeps their reality here now, the physical, the current state of the universe, it keeps that, the status quo, the system, etc., from changing. All we're in is a process of enlightenment. The whole universe is a process of entering light, enlightenment. And I'm talking higher light, not the burning photons of the sun, which is another great way to see that we're in hell. You can get skin cancer. You're constantly being burned by the sun. It's just burning us. Consequently, this is how enlightenment enters the system in some fashion. But the higher light is really, it's more coming through you and your vision. It's just that the vibration of being in the sun activates that more, just like if you take psychedelics, it activates the vision more. Ultimately, though, the light is coming from within. So, here's the epiphany I had this morning. What are we doing here? If this is hell, Ben, why are we here? What are we doing here? We are here to destroy it. Because all they've told you so far, like the New Age hippie type of enlightened community, is we're here to raise the vibration. You've heard that a million times, yeah? Raise the vibration. Now that's correct. But it's only a part of the vision. I'm about to tell you the whole vision. We're here to destroy this, which is entering light, which is raising the vibration, yes. But what's the point of us being here is to destroy this place with the higher light, not to try and take people up and ascend other people, because then this place still exists. And that's the epiphany. The only way to destroy it is to destroy it. You're not going to destroy it by raising, ascending people and enlightening other people. So ultimately, it's true when all these people are saying, oh, you can't help them. You can't. Because when you say you help one, it seems you've raised one, another one takes their place, and they are many and endless. Do you see it? Because it's a hive mind. It just pops out another NPC. So there it is, my friends. I got the whole epiphany. We're not to, take things from this place and raise it. We're to download more spirit into this matter hell. And yes, that's raising the vibration of this place. to download more spiritual realm stuff, light, higher light, enlighten this place, that destroys it. So if you take people and you enlighten one node, another NPC takes its place. And this will go on forever and will never win. Do you understand? There'll never be forward motion. So, it's not that we're to take pieces and lift them up. It's that we're, downloading from the higher into here, which that destroys it, and that's the only way to destroy it.